As you can see, we're at a different ramp. This is the Overstreet Ramp just outside of Mexico Beach, and we're in the Intracoastal Waterway, and we're going to be heading over to East Bay. It's an area I've been wanting to learn and explore just because there's so much marsh and bayous and a lot of little places to get in, especially on this windy day. I'm David, this is Steven, and this is Forgotten Coast Fishing. Got him this time. All right, let's see if he's nice and hooked. Should be. This thing has got 2 treble hooks on it. This may even be a little pinfish. That might be what was grabbing it. And more likely it's small trout. Let's see. What have we got? What have we got? Little tiny trout, just what I was thinking, but I'll take it at this point. Oh good, he got off. There he goes. Perfect timing to get off. Well, that is pretty nice. We got the skunk off the boat with this Topwater chugger. I'll look it up. It's some sort of mirror lure. I can't remember the name of it and color and all that. I'll look it up and leave it in the description. But using this in the middle of the day in the bright sun is what's getting these fish. The good thing about it is you can see I can cast it a mile, especially with this wind blowing behind me. And this is a medium light rod, so it really kind of bends and shoots that lure out as I'm casting it. And that may be really what the deal is. Just I'm able to get this lure a little bit further than anything else. Because I've noticed once we get about this close to the boat, I'm getting no strikes on it. And we're sitting in about 1.5 foot of water. So I'm sure the boat's spooking them. All right, we got him. Yep, we got him. Oh, there he is. Oh man, he got off. Let's see if he comes back. I switched over to another soft plastic. I'll show it to you when we get it up. I was using a Salt Strong Alabama Leprechaun in that green sort of watermelon color. And I went over to this Salt Strong product. This is a Slam Shady, their original one. And it's weedless, as you can tell here, which is really a must right here because we've got some pretty thick grass. Sometimes, unfortunately, I think I miss hookups because of this weedless style. But you can't really work anything here on the bottom if it's not weedless though. Oh, that was a good strike. Is he on? No. Ah, those were good strikes. Very good strikes. Oh, got him right here at the boat. All right. Oh man, he got off again. That was definitely a little trout. Well, I've tried several different things. That Slam Shady soft plastic. I tried a Yozuri Topwater and got a nice strike on this one. He just didn't get hooked. But I went back to this little popper I was using earlier, and that's what just got that strike, and that was really my first cast since putting it on. Oh, got him right here. Look at this. This may be a pinfish. It was a lot of little strikes coming at it. No, just a tiny trout. Look at this guy, Steven. Look how little he is. Look at him. He's not much bigger than the lure. The lure kind of looks like him. I think this is a speckled trout color lure. I didn't get my pliers ready. See if we can get them out without them. All right, trout. There you go. Such a little guy. Well, we've been getting some nice strikes, just not a lot of staying on the hook action. But this has been the lure that's been doing the trick. But it's catching smaller ones, but that's probably all that's here. Typically, your larger trout are gonna grab these topwaters. And I've found the best technique is to drift. When I was using that trolling motor, I just wasn't getting any strikes, but once I kind of move up to the shore and let this wind take me away from it, that seems to be when I get more strikes. Just a little more quiet when you're drifting. Oh, got him. Oh yeah, here's a good one. We got a good one, Stephen. All right, so we moved spots really just across this bayou. We were kind of fishing over there and we were just getting all those small ones, but we moved over here and we got a nice one here. He's chasing me around the boat. Oh man, we got too much stuff here. All right, where are we? Let's see, here's my net. Let's see, we're gonna do this. Oh, is it a nice trout, Stephen? I think that it is. Let's see if we can get him up over here. Yes, nice trout. He's going in the box. Oh, he's kind of foul hooked too. All right, let's get him out from under the boat. Yeah, he's kind of foul hooked. All right, so 15 to 19 is our slot, but we get to keep one over 19. So he's going in the box for sure, because this is a nice one. This fish made the day, Stephen, didn't he? Let's get the fish off first, and then we'll deal with getting them out of the net. First, I need some pliers. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We kind of got a late start, but this is the first fish we've got on board. And I don't have my pliers ready or anything. There we go. All right, we'll get that lure out in just a second. Stephen, you're on the ice box. That's where I got to put the fish. All right, well, let's see what he measures. All right, so let's put you right here. You can kind of get in the, well, I thought you were getting the shade that way, but you're in the sun. All right, what's he gonna be? What's he gonna be? He is, oh man, he is right under 19. Let's be sure. You're supposed to really kind of close that mouth and pinch the tail. And he's right at 19. Look at that. So this is not even our 1 over 19. So we could get a couple more. Well, we could get another one over 19, but we could definitely get a couple more in the box. All right, nice fish. Nice fish. I'm going to switch over to this soft plastic because as you can maybe see, we're kind of in some deeper water right now. And I would be surprised if the only lure that catches something today is that topwater. I would think this soft plastic would work a little better in this deep water. But so far, it's just been that one topwater chugger. Oh, got him, got him, got him, got him. All right. Yes, we got him on this soft plastic. And he's kind of hugging the bottom. I wonder if it's a flounder. If it is, yes, it is. But you know what? They're out of season. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Look at this guy. He might make the 14 inches to keep. He would be kind of right on it, but I think that he would. But unfortunately, these guys are out of season, and we got to let them go back. These are some of my favorite fish to catch. They're decent fighters, but mostly they're so good to eat. There you go. All right, well, we got to change this up. You see our tail got broken off or bit off. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and head on back. We didn't catch a lot of fish today, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a success, because all I was wanting to do today was get out here and start to learn this area, kind of build up my notebook so we can come out and catch some fish out here. But in the meantime, we got this nice speckled trout. But we're going to get home, get him cleaned, and we'll see you in the kitchen where we're going to cook him up. Speckled trout are one of the easier fish to clean, especially if you've got a sharp knife like this Sword 7-inch Flexi. And I'll leave a description down to their company so you can get some more information and grab one for yourself. So really the first step is like we do with any fish. Go ahead and cut behind the gill plate. And I kind of go all the way down to the belly and kind of cut almost to that anal fin right there. Then what I do is I go ahead and pull this guts and stuff out, mainly this swim bladder. That's the thing that's going to make it tough if that's still inside the fish when you go to cut the fillet off. So pull that all out, then you can get that knife up under the fillet right up next to the backbone and simply just go all the way down with one cut. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side, making sure this is outside of the fish. And then go ahead and do our first cut. Roll your knife down on top of that backbone. And what I'm doing when I cut this fillet off the backbone, I'm trying not to dig really deep into this backbone, because this knife will kind of catch shards of that off. But that's no big deal. You can always kind of cut it off. So there we go. We have a nice fillet here. So then I'm just going to kind of clean off my board a little bit. Next step is to get this skin off. So what you can do is just ride your knife kind of at an angle following those rib bones and kind of get that little section off that you're not going to want anyway. And then we can go ahead and get this skin off. Just following above the skin. Now with our snapper and grouper and some fish like that, as you've seen me do before when I clean those kind of fish, I always like to kind of hover just above the skin here, so we end up leaving just a little flesh on the top of this skin. The reason is because those grouper and snapper have a pretty thick bloodline, but see, these trout don't have that. So you can see how close I got to the skin right there. So you can go ahead and grab all your meat that way. So let's go ahead and get this one clean too, and I'm just going to follow along those rib bones, just cutting that out like that. Then we can get this to the edge of the board and just follow along with your left hand is the way I like to do it, just to kind of hold everything steady. And there we go. See, these trout are some nice fillets. And let's see if there's any bones here. Well, that's going to do it. That's how simple it is to clean speckled trout. Well, Steve and I are going to take these home and we're going to cook them up in the kitchen. Mom's out of town this weekend, so it's just us three boys here. So we got some college football on TV, and we're going to go ahead and get this trout cooked up with one of Steven's favorite fish recipes, fish and grits. I've got some grits already cooking in this pot over here. Now I've got this cast iron with some olive oil in it, heating up to about a medium-high setting. I've already lightly rinsed this fish and patted it dry, and we're just going to go ahead and get a little salt on it. And then we're going to go ahead and use our favorite seasoning here. This is Seafood Magic. Now I've done a fish and grits on the channel before, grits and grunt, and we did kind of a little bit more complicated recipe, and it's an excellent recipe. You should check it out. But this is just a good, fast, easy way to do it. So we're just going to go ahead and season that one side, and then when we put the fish in the cast iron skillet over there, we're going to go ahead and season the other side. Our oil is starting to smoke, so we're ready to go ahead and put this fish in. I'm going to put it with the serving side down like I always do, so that when we flip it, we only have to flip it once. And that serving side that's going to get the first cook is going to always be a little bit browner. All right, so a quick hand wash, and we're going to go ahead and get the other side salt and seasoned with the seafood magic. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes, and we're starting to see that white on the edges. So I think we're ready to flip. There we go. I think that's perfect. We're starting to get a little separation right there in the thinner parts. So we're going to let this go for about another 2 minutes. All right, so I think we're about ready. The other way you can always tell, just to be sure, is get this instant thermometer in there, and see that's reading 140 or so, and that's a little, well, let me back it up a little bit, and that's about 136 or so. So once you kind of hit that magic number of 135, you know you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get this off. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with some tin foil. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and go ahead and move this pan off of the heat just for a few minutes to let it cool down so we can make our sauce. And let's go ahead and check our grits to see how that's going. I've already put some butter in it and salted it pretty good, so this is just kind of just really sitting here, just getting more tender. The longer you cook grits, the better. But you really got to watch it and make sure you stir it from time to time or it will stick to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it down just a little bit because I know we're done there. There we go. All right, well this has cooled down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move it back over on top of our heat and kind of turn this down to about a medium or medium low. And let's go ahead and get a couple tablespoons of butter in here. We'll say about 4 tablespoons or so. See how that does. Then we're going to go ahead and just get this prepared minced garlic. Certainly fresh garlic would be preferable, but when you're doing something like this, trying to make everything easy, this just makes it that much more simpler. So that's about a teaspoon or so. That's maybe about 2 cloves worth right there. And we're just going to kind of slightly stir this around. Go ahead and get all these little bits of fish off the bottom and kind of incorporate that into our sauce. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down a little more. We don't want to burn the garlic or the butter. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more butter. So this will probably be about 5 tablespoons right there. Really, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off. Really, all we're just trying to do, since we're using this jarred garlic, it's kind of soft already, so it doesn't need to cook a whole lot of time. And we're really just trying to melt this butter and kind of get that garlic flavor infused with the butter. All right, now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and just simply get this sauce into this little measuring cup over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this plated up. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of grits in here. That'll be Stevens right there. All right, then let's go ahead and get this fish on. So what we're probably going to do is maybe do about that much for me right here, and we can always eat the rest of it in a second serving. We'll get Steven right here, and Steven loves this trout, so let's give him a little more right there. Now we just take our sauce, and we can kind of be generous with it because we want this to all get incorporated in that grits. The grits will kind of soak that up. There we go. And that's it. A very simple and quick dish to do. You ready to go give it a try, Steven? Yeah. All right. All right, you ready to try? I've got it all mixed up. A wonderful sauce and the fish.
Good.
What, do you want to try it first? Is it like we always do it? Is it good?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and finish our dinner here. And be sure to check the description down below for a list of all the partners, including Sword Knife and Blue Wing Fishing products. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a what, Steven? A thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing. You want another bite?
Bye-bye.
Okay.